Okay, let's continue. This is example 4C. You notice this time that you have an x and a y. You can only solve for one variable at a time. Okay, so let me label the given information. We're going to solve for x first. Okay, so we're going to ignore y for right now. So just to keep myself from getting confused, I'm going to go ahead and draw another triangle. One with just the x on it, and one with just the y on it. That way I won't get confused. Okay, so let's look at the x first. What is the equation? What given information do we have on this triangle if I'm trying to find x? Well, this is my hypotenuse. This is the angle. This is my theta. This side is adjacent to theta, so that's my adjacent. What trig function uses adjacent and hypotenuse? Cosine. Okay, so for the x, just in case you haven't got those memorized yet, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay, if you don't have it memorized, then you need to look in your notes, in our intro notes, where you have all of the ratios written. Okay, so my equation is going to be cosine of 54 degrees equals adjacent, which is 8, over hypotenuse, which is x. I'm going to grab my handy dandy Inspire, menu, algebra, numerical solve, trig, cosine, type in 54, arrow over, equals, control divide, 8 over x, arrow over, comma, x, enter. So x is approximately 13.6. If I'm rounding to the nearest whole number, that means it would round to 14. Okay. Now I'm going to the second triangle, and I'm going to figure out what y is. Okay, so there's nothing over here on the hypotenuse. If I'm using this angle, this is my theta. Away from my angle is y, so that makes it the opposite. This side over here that's 8 is touching, it's adjacent or next to the angle, so that's adjacent. What trig function uses opposite and adjacent? Well, that would be tangent. Put it down here. So tan is opposite over adjacent. Okay, so my equation will be tan of 54 degrees equals y over 8. Okay, get your Inspire, menu, algebra, numerical solve, trig, go over to tangent, hit enter, type in 54, arrow over once, hit equal, control divide, type in y over 8, arrow over, comma, y, enter. So I see that x is approximately 11.01. So rounding to the nearest whole number, y would be 11. I think you've got the hang of it. Okay. On example 4D, I'm just going to get you started. You can come check with me to make sure that it is correct. Draw two separate triangles, one with only the X and the other with only the Y. Pen's running out of ink. Okay, so for this one, you have the opposite, and you have the hypotenuse, so that's sine. And then for this one, here's my theta. I have the adjacent and the hypotenuse, which is cosine. Okay, finish that example. Come check with me to make sure that you have it correct. Happy trigging.